Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. RHONJ's Melissa Gorga accused of teaching her daughter to be vindictive. The Real Housewives of New Jersey is on the brink of a full cast reboot because cast dynamics have gotten so out of pocket. Melissa Gorga, who has been on the show since its third season, is well and truly on the chopping block. Despite continued drama with sister-in-law Teresa Giudice, Melissa has connections with many of her fellow cast members, which should theoretically make her a slam dunk for a comeback. Sadly, Melissa didn't have much skin in the game on season 14, because Teresa elected not to acknowledge her, which resulted in a long-running cast member putting in the work of a guest cast member. After the season concluded, Melissa continued talking about the ladies in interviews and even made rude comments about Jennifer aiding at her husband's comedy show. With network executives and producers wanting to make the show less toxic, you'd think the cast would feel a sense of responsibility to rein in their behavior. Jennifer recently hit back at Melissa and Joe. One of the biggest things she talked about was how Melissa and Joe Gorga treated her at BravoCon. Over the weekend, Melissa seemingly responded with a TikTok dance, which included her daughter, Antonia Gorga. If worried what every egg in New York was saying about me, I'd never leave the house, Melissa lip-synched at the beginning of the video. If you're wondering where the iconic line stemmed from, it was Kim Cattrall's legendary character, Samantha Jones, on Sex and the City. After the line of dialogue played out, Melissa and Antonia danced to Blah 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 by Kesha, which many viewers took to be a pointed message to Melissa's critics. Fans now believe Melissa is bringing her daughter into the drama. In the past, Melissa has typically kept her children away from these types of posts and called out her niece, Giudice, for getting involved in drama. While many positive comments were below the video, one negative post stood out because a fan believed that Melissa was attempting to stir the pot. She's teaching her daughter to be like her, it reads. Vindictive. It makes you wonder if Melissa will bring Antonia into the on-screen drama with their family should she return for RHONJ Season 15. Over the last 6 months, there have been countless reports that producers are ready to reboot the show, but casting decisions have yet to be made. The Real Housewives of New Jersey, RHONJ, has never been short of drama, but recent accusations against Melissa Gorga have taken things to an entirely new level. The veteran reality star, known for her glamorous lifestyle and tumultuous relationships on the show, is now facing claims that she is allegedly teaching her daughter, Antonia Gorga, to be vindictive. The accusations, which have set social media ablaze, raise serious questions about parenting under the intense scrutiny of the public eye and whether the sometimes toxic dynamics of reality television are spilling over into the next generation. The Gorga family legacy on RHONJ. Melissa Gorga joined the cast of RHONJ in its third season, and her life quickly became intertwined with the Bravo reality show's signature blend of luxury, family feuds, and fiery confrontations. As the wife of Joe Gorga, Melissa's personal and familial storylines have often revolved around their relationship with Joe's sister, Teresa Giudice. The tension between the Gorgas and the Giudices has been a staple of RHONJ, with much of the drama rooted in accusations of betrayal, jealousy, and long-simmering resentment. Amidst the never-ending quarrels and high-stakes arguments, Melissa Gorga has made a concerted effort to portray herself as a loving mother to her 3 children, Antonia, Gino, and Joey. Viewers have watched Antonia grow up on the show, and Melissa often gushes over her daughter's achievements and milestones. However, as Antonia reaches her teenage years, some fans have begun to question the environment in which she is being raised. The line between nurturing a strong-willed, independent young woman and fostering a vindictive mindset has become blurred, sparking a heated debate among fans and critics alike. The accusations, teaching vindictiveness? The current storm of controversy centers around claims that Melissa is allegedly influencing her daughter to adopt some of the same retaliatory and conflict-driven behaviors that have made RHONJ a must-watch for millions of viewers. The accusations gained momentum after a recent RHONJ episode where Melissa was seen giving Antonia advice that many felt was inappropriate for a teenage girl. Melissa's comments, which encouraged Antonia to stand her ground and not let anyone walk all over her, were viewed by some as promoting a vindictive attitude rather than teaching conflict resolution or healthy assertiveness. Social media exploded with criticism, with viewers accusing Melissa of projecting her own unresolved issues with Teresa and other cast members on her daughter. Melissa is basically training Antonia to be just as vindictive and petty as she is, one fan tweeted. Others echoed similar sentiments, accusing Melissa of perpetuating a cycle of drama and retaliation instead of teaching her daughter empathy, understanding, or the value of rising above conflicts. The accusations of vindictiveness are particularly concerning to some RHONJ fans, who worry about the long-term effects of being raised in an environment that celebrates conflict and revenge. Reality television, particularly the Real Housewives franchise, thrives on explosive arguments and personal vendettas, but what happens when the cameras turn off? For Antonia, growing up in the public eye, surrounded by adults who often resort to dramatic outbursts and vindictive behavior to settle scores, may lead to complex emotional repercussions. Critics argue that Melissa's advice to her daughter reflects the darker side of the reality TV lifestyle, where confrontation is rewarded and forgiveness is often in short supply. Melissa Gorga's response. Melissa Gorga has never been one to shy away from addressing criticism, and the accusations of teaching her daughter to be vindictive are no exception. In a recent interview, Melissa fiercely defended herself against the allegations, stating that she has always prioritized raising her children to be confident, kind, and self-sufficient. She dismissed claims that her advice to Antonia was toxic or vindictive, explaining that she merely wants her daughter to be strong and assertive in a world that can often be harsh and unforgiving. My job as a mother is to prepare my daughter for the real world, Melissa said. I don't want Antonia to be a doormat or to let people take advantage of her. There's a difference between teaching someone to be vindictive and teaching them to stand up for themselves. I want her to know her worth and to never let anyone disrespect her. Melissa also pointed out that, as a mother raising a daughter in the age of social media and increasing societal pressures, it's more important than ever to instill confidence and self-respect in young women. She argued that encouraging her daughter to stand up for herself should not be confused with promoting vindictiveness. However, despite Melissa's defense, the debate continues to rage on. Critics argue that Melissa's approach reflects the often toxic, conflict-driven nature of RHONJ and its impact on the children of the cast members. They point to other instances on the show where Melissa has seemingly engaged in or encouraged petty behavior, and question whether those same lessons are being passed down to Antonia. Parenting in the reality TV spotlight. The controversy surrounding Melissa Gorga raises larger questions about what it means to parent in the reality TV spotlight. For over a decade, viewers have been watching not just the housewives, but their children grow up on camera. From RHONJ to other franchises like The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and The Real Housewives of Atlanta, children have become an increasingly central part of the storylines, often embroiled in the same dramatic conflicts as their parents. Some fans argue that growing up in the reality TV world offers opportunities for the children of housewives, giving them exposure to fame, wealth, and unique experiences. However, others worry about the potential downsides, particularly the emotional toll of being raised in a hyper-dramatic, often combative environment. The criticism leveled at Melissa Gorga is just the latest example of the delicate balance that reality TV parents must strike between being true to their on-screen personas and protecting their children from the darker side of fame. Melissa herself has acknowledged that raising children on reality TV is not without its challenges. She has spoken openly about the difficulties of maintaining a sense of normalcy for her kids while living in the public eye. Yet, despite the scrutiny, Melissa remains committed to her role on RHONJ and to raising her children in a way that she believes will prepare them for life beyond the cameras. Conclusion: the price of fame?